Hello, and I'm going to be talking about Philip III. So he was born in Spain the 14th of April in 1578, and he died in Spain on the 31st of March 1621 due to a terrible illness, aged 43. He was the son of Philip II, obviously, and the son of Anne of Austria. And much like his father, he was the king of Portugal, Naples, Sicily, and Sardinia, and he was crowned as Duke of Milan in 1598 at the age of 20. He reigned for 23 years. And finally, he also married his cousin, Margaret of Austria, which she gave birth to 9 children, 4 boys and 5 girls, and one of the 4 boys was Philip IV. And that's Philip III. Okay, personality and character. So, at a very young age, he developed a massive addiction towards gambling. He really liked spending money and his father's money. And he wasn't really the smartest of kids. He was actually quite the opposite. He was a bit mentally unstable and had a few psychological problems, which I'll get into further detail in the next slide. So he became an apathetic ruler, which meant that he was very lazy. He didn't do anything for the country, and he was a pacifist. And because of this attitude, his father, Philip II, moved his interest towards his favorite daughter, Isabella, which is this woman right here. And he paid no attention to Philip III. Okay, so early life and childhood. Despite being the son of the great Philip II, Philip III didn't really have that much of a good childhood. He had actually a very bad childhood. He witnessed his older brother Carlos suffer through a series of psychological problems. He was violent, he was mentally unstable, and people of Spain told him that he was insane and they didn't want to know anything about him. So their father, Philip II, had the idea of locking him up in his room and never letting him out. And this led to Carlos killing himself. Sorry. And he died alone and insane. And Philip II decided to blame the educational services in the schools to where Carlos went, and he said that it was a very bad influence. So what he did was hire psychiatrists and personal tutors to teach Philip III privately. And one of the psychiatrists that Philip III had, called Francisco, said that he had a very poor and mediocre intellectual endowment, basically that he was stupid. Okay. And the subjects that Philip studied the most were Latin, French, Portuguese, and astronomy. And this is a picture of his older brother Carlos before he died. Okay, his days as a ruler. Since he didn't want anything to do with what his father did, he entrusted all of his power to the Duke of Lerma, which is this man right here. He was a very wicked man who took advantage of everyone, of all the peasants, and he was basically a pacifist. He didn't participate in any war, he didn't want anything, he just sat aside and didn't do anything.